When you hear of the phrase self-respect, what actually comes to mind? What does this phrase mean to you? Is it confidence? Is it standing up for yourself? Or is it setting a few boundaries for yourself? Or is it even something much, much more deeper? In my experience, people tend to confuse self-respect with arrogance. They try to equate self-respect with being arrogant. But the reality of that is that self-respect is not about you thinking you're more important than others. It is about you treating yourself like you matter, treating your existence on this planet like a valuable object. Something fascinating about self-respect is that it is a two-way street. How, you may ask? Because you need to respect yourself so that others can respect you. If you fail to respect yourself, why should others respect you? Why? So how exactly does self-respect look like in a daily life? How exactly does it look like? So for one, you have to say no without feeling guilty. I think this kind of resonates with a lot of us because we have come up in this situation, right? It is easier said than done, because when a situation arises, people tend to gravitate towards the people-pleasing perspective, the people-pleasing area, right? And then you end up in a situation where you have to jeopardize your peace, jeopardize your values, and jeopardize your authentic self. So what can you do instead? When you are in this kind of situation, when someone asks you something, pause, maybe 5 seconds, maybe 10, maybe even 15, to allow your mind, to allow reason to kick into your mind so that you can give a response that aligns with who you are. I think a lot of you can agree with me on this. When you provide a response too quickly, that response is usually geared towards pleasing the person who has asked you that. So take a pause and just pause, calm down. You don't have to react quickly. Just take a pause, 5, 10 seconds, 15 seconds, even 30 seconds if you have to. Take a pause. What you need to understand is that you don't have to agree with everything a certain person says. Because if you do it for too long, you will lose yourself in it. You lose your authentic, you lose your identity. You start to identify with another person's decisions. And when they are not there, or when a certain group is not there, you become overwhelmed, you become confused. You start to ask yourself, who exactly am I? Once you say no, don't try to over-explain yourself, because if you do, you are trying to validate your answer to the person. You are trying to justify why you have chosen a certain decision for yourself. And that should not be the case, because it's like you're seeking permission from this person. If you do this, you are betraying your authentic self. Live according to your values, live according to your authentic self, and don't over-explain your answer. If they cannot respect your answer, then that is upon them. You do what you have to do. You don't owe anyone your time, your peace, your energy at the expense of your own well-being. You don't owe anyone that. When someone pressures you into doing something you don't want, self-respect looks like this. You give a response such as this: no, I don't want to. I don't feel like this is for me, without feeling guilty for giving that answer. So how again does self-respect look like on a daily life? When you walk away from something that is destroying your own peace. Toxic friendships. How does this look like? One example is when you try to seek clarity of something, and then the other person makes you feel stupid for seeking that clarity, makes you feel immature for seeking that clarity, and makes you feel guilty for actually just wanting to understand more. If a friend constantly belittles your idea instead of recognizing them, you have to stand your ground and recognize that their words don't define you. If you let them define you, you are betraying your own self. Don't do that. Don't betray your own self. If they cannot respect you, let them go. You deserve better. You also have to walk away from a relationship that constantly makes you question your own worth, where you are told to constantly change your behavior, change who you are so that this other person can love you better. Don't fall for this. It's a trap. How, you may ask? Because you are enough. Already who you are enough. And if you fall into this idea of trying to change yourself to fit another person's opinion or another person's perspective of what a perfect person is for them, you are betraying your own self. If they cannot love you for who you are, then let them go. The right relationship for you does not make you question your value. It uplifts you up. In our daily life, self-respect is you keeping promise to yourself. If you make a promise to yourself, keep it. If you say you're going to wake up in the morning, maybe let's say 5 a.m., ensure that you wake up at 5 a.m. Don't push it forward. If you commit to a certain goal, do not break that goal just because no one is watching you do it. Oh, no one is watching me, so why should I continue? Make a promise, keep it. I know it's not easy because us as humans, we want to be cheered on, we want to be admired for the sacrifices that we are making to achieve a certain goal. But self-respect is actually important when no one is watching. Discipline is built when no one is watching. Again, in our daily life, you have to protect your energy. Respect yourself by protecting the energy. Respect yourself by protecting where your energy is spilled. Not every battle is worth fighting. Not every battle is worth your energy. Life is like a sailing boat in the ocean. While you're in the ocean, you will see waves. Some big, some small. If you choose to fight every wave, if you choose to fight every battle, you will never realize your destination. You will never reach your destination because every stumbling block, that is why it is called a block, is meant to block you. So if you are constantly fighting it, you'll be blocked from actually reaching your destination, which is on the other side. So instead, you have to learn how to, if this is an obstacle, you have to learn that you have met the obstacle. You either go over it, you go around it, or you make yourself strong enough to push beyond this barrier or this block that is ahead of you. Push through it and you get through it. So don't get caught up in these little distractions along the way. Focus on the bigger picture that you're seeing in your mind. Focus on that. An additional way that you can protect your energy is knowing that not every insult deserves a response. What is usually fascinating to me is that people equate a response to an insult. When you passionately respond to an insult, that means you're respecting yourself. It's usually fascinating to me. I usually try to see how exactly is this self-respect. I haven't actually found the answer to that because not every insult deserves a response. Distance yourself from that situation and see and actually establish, is this person talking to me in a way to provoke a response? Is this person using a language to manipulate you into doing something? You have to become self-aware so that you can establish this pattern of language. If that is the language that they are using, the language to provoke you, to manipulate you into doing something, you don't need to respond to them at all. You do not need to respond at all, because if you do respond, you're giving them the power. You are relinquishing yourself to them. You are relinquishing yourself to the situation that they have created. So not every insult deserves your energy, deserves a response. It does not deserve a response. So respect yourself by respecting your energy. You also have to understand that not every invitation deserves your presence there. Just like not every boiling pot deserves you to stir. It does not need you to stir it. So not every situation deserves your involvement in them. Sure, it might seem important, urgent, tempting, but they are not aligned with your purpose, your values, and your priorities. So it does not deserve your presence. Knowing when to step back is just as powerful as knowing when to actually show up. So you have to understand that self-respect means that choosing your peace over someone else's drama, over someone else's struggles. Choose your own peace. What are some consequences of not respecting yourself? Because the hard truth is that if you don't respect yourself, others will not respect you. Even the universe will not respect you. You will tolerate mistreatment just because you believe You don't deserve any better. You will struggle with setting boundaries for yourself because you fear being rejected by someone else. And you will lose your confidence, you will lose your self-esteem just because you fear rejection, and you constantly let yourself down. Self-respect is like you're looking at a mirror. The way you treat yourself is the way you teach others to treat you. So if you're looking in the mirror, how exactly can you start to respect yourself so that you can mirror and teach others how to actually respect you? First off, speak kindly to yourself. Stop this self-sabotaging yourself and telling yourself you're not enough while you are enough. Even if there are some imperfections that you're working on, tell yourself that you are a work in progress. Don't sell yourself short. Do not sell yourself short. You are a work in progress. No one is perfect. No human is perfect. And someone who says they are perfect, they are lying to you. Even a robot is not 100% perfect. You need to set and keep your boundaries. Set and keep your boundaries. If something does not match your priorities, it does not match your values, it does not match your authentic self, say no to it without any explanation. Do not explain why you're not choosing to do something another person has told you to do. Do not explain, because if you explain, as I said before, you are betraying your own self, you are betraying your own values, you are betraying who you are. Don't betray yourself to please another person. Do not. If they cannot respect you, then you let them go. You need to choose yourself more often. Stop this approval-seeking behavior and live for a purpose. Your purpose, not others' purpose. Just live for your purpose. If you like it, if you love it, if it aligns with you, go for it. Forgive yourself for your past mistakes. We are all humans. We are going through a journey. You are allowed to grow. You are allowed to move forward. Your past does not define your current self. Self-respect sets the standard for how the world treats you and also how you see yourself. So, respect yourself and live a good life, man. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.